Hello YouTube, this is MT Shark 7 and this is another edition of Game Hunting. And as you can see in the background here, I'm on travel. This is my kitchen. Yeah, I know, I'm moving up in the world. Now I have a kitchen in my hotel room, not just a little dinky ass mini fridge. But anyway, I am back out in Virginia this week, and I stopped at a new game store this time, which was really good. They have their prices were excellent. It's called That Game Store, and I just picked up a few titles from there, and then I went and got some stuff at a thrift store, and I also went back to Cool Stuff, and then I went to Video Game Heaven, but not the one where I went to get my Retron 5 last year. I went to, there's actually, which I didn't know, I kind of found it by mistake. There's one, that was 6 minutes away from here. So I was like, well, I might as well go to the one, drive 6 minutes rather than drive 20 minutes to the one I went to last time. Which, so we'll get into that later. So I guess first off, we'll start at the new video game store that I went to. So I picked up a couple titles, and right before I was checking out, I saw Brutal. Well, spoilers. Behind the cash register. I was like, oh, how much for that game? And he told me it was like $20. I was like, shit, I'll pick that up. It's like it was complete in box. So might as well show it. Jeez, instead of talking about it. So there's Brutal for 32X, complete in box. It's a little gross. It's not. It's kind of, the box is kind of beat up, but $20 complete in box. That's basically how much the card only goes for. So that's like a win right there. Because I every time I would see this game on eBay, it would go for like at least 45 and up, just for this goofy ass game. It's freaking stupid. It's with those dumb animals, that dumb animal fighting game. So I have it for Sega CD, and I was like, ugh, God, I really have to pick this up for my 32X collection. So there's that. I picked that up, and I've been trying. I was always trying to get Blockbuster rental cases, because I just wanted one just for nostalgia reasons. So I'm just looking, and lo and behold, I was looking at the Sega Genesis games, and here, Hook. I picked up Hook, and this is in a Blockbuster rental case. It even behind it, like you can see, is broken, but behind it has the actual Blockbuster cover, I guess box art or cover art, whatever you want to call it. And it even has the old school where it had the manual typed out on the back, and it comes with the original cover art for it. So I was super stoked to get this. I was like, oh my God. I've even looked on eBay to get one of these, just to have it, obviously for nostalgia reasons. And then, of course, it has the game. It's all stickered up with their Blockbuster crap. Be your friend, rewind when you reach the end. Yeah, be sure to do that, buddy. So, so there's that. It's all stickered up. I don't care. I just bought it for nostalgia. And there's their business card. That game store. See? Awesome. Now oh crap, hold on. Put this back. As you saw, the flaps, the plastic's kind of going. And I was thinking to myself, I was like, how the hell can I fix that? And I was like, you know what? I could probably fix that with some hot glue. Maybe put a thin layer, just a flat layer, and it'll probably adhere it back to the clamshell here. So I'm going to give that a shot when I get home. Hopefully it works, and then it'll look as good as new, except for minus that little gash right there. But whatever. I'm super excited to have this. It's freaking awesome. And yeah, you can see the Blockbuster movie ticket thing at the bottom. I'm not going to take it out. We're already at 5 minutes. I showed 2 games. That'll be another 10 minutes dealing with that crap. Then I picked up a couple Xbox only games. First up is Blood Wake. Oh god, that goddamn glare. Sorry about that. So I heard this game is excellent. I never actually played it before. So I look forward to playing that. Then I picked up Brute Force. I don't know how good this game is. I never actually played it. I always thought this was on like an online only game, but I asked the guy. He said there is a single player on it, so I guess look forward to checking that out. And lastly, I picked up a game that apparently what is it? Price charting didn't even know about. It's called Carve. Damn glare, go away. No one likes you. Let me try this side. Oh god, followed. Here we go. There's Carve. It's like a jet ski-ish type of game. Like, looks pretty cool. Kind of like one of those a wave race type of game. And what's next? So then I went back to cool stuff. It's basically the same distance as the original Video Game Heaven. It's like 20 minutes away. So I was kind of like, I really don't want to go all the way to there. And I just picked up like some PSP games because now that I have the price charting app on my phone, I was like, let me see their prices. Like games that I was interested in getting. I was going to get the House of the Dead 3 for the Xbox, and excuse me, they were selling it for like $20, and price charting had it at like 10. And even eBay, I looked on eBay, it was like 10. I was like, yeah, I'm not picking that up. I'm not wasting $10. F that shit. So, and even a couple of I've been on a 5200 kick, and I was looking at some of their games for 5200 that I don't have, and even they were like $4 over. So, I mean, I guess you just have to like pick and choose. Like they do have a good selection of Blu-rays there as well. So I just picked up a couple cheap PSP games. So first up is Hot Shots Golf Open T. Fuck you, glare. God. I apologize for the horrible lighting conditions. And then next up I got Hot Brain. Of course you can't see it, Hot B, because of the stupid fucking GameStop stickers covering it, but you see that? Yeah, whatever. Looks like a puzzle game. Looks pretty interesting, so look forward to checking that out. Then last up I picked up Beta Reader, which is brand new, unopened, and they had like stacks. Like they must have had 20 copies of this brand new. And it's funny, I think my PSP collection, I think I have half my games are brand new. I have brand new PSP games. So silly. So I was like, man, they should just like give these to customers, just give them away, how many they have. I mean, these were all just $2 a piece. Just be like, here, have a Beta Reader. I don't have a PSP, I'll take it anyway. So there's those. And then, it's funny, like, they have tons of thrift stores in Virginia, but I would say, like, 80% of them, like, all they have is, like, furniture and clothes and stupid kitchenware shit, like plates and coffee mugs, like shit that no one cares about. And come on, all we really want is the video games. And I stopped at like 3 of them, and I'll put a link in the description of all the places I go to and what the end result was. Should you stop there? Should you not? Stuff like that. And what was I gonna say? So yeah, so 3 stores, they didn't have 3 thrift stores, they didn't have any video game stuff. So they had one more I could go to that closed at 6. And I was like, let me stop in. So I stop in, I don't see any video games. I looked all over the place. They had actually a decent selection of music CDs, which I thought was kind of interesting. But I finally get to like where the register is. They have, they usually have that whole glass case surrounding the register, and I saw like a basket of video games, and they're like really good titles. Like normally you don't find at a thrift store. Usually all you find is bullshit sports games, and well, that's it. Sports games. That's it. But they had some good stuff, and all these games were like $1. So I basically like wiped them out of their video games. I spent like maybe $6 or $5. So yeah, these are the games I picked up from this one thrift store. I'll put a link in. I can't remember the name off the top of my head. I went to so many thrift stores. I don't know which one was what, but I'll put a link, and then you can read the description, and you'll have it there. So I picked up Madden 2001 for the PS2. I like how I picked up the first sports game when I was like, oh, they didn't have sports games. They had good shit. Like contradicting myself already, but don't worry. So there's that. Next up is FIFA 2001 for the PS2. And that's it. That's all the sports games. I promise. Next up, we have Simpsons Hit and Run for the PS2. And I hear this game is like kind of like a GTA-ish type game, so look forward to trying that out. Then I got Toy Story 3 for the PS2. And the interesting thing about this, like, I picked it up and I was like, oh man, they put it in like one of those blank DVD cases, because it felt like kind of flimsy. But here, I open it up, and sure enough, I don't know if it's going to make out on camera, but oh, there we go. The glare helped this time. There's the PlayStation logo, so it's a PlayStation case, which I always thought the PlayStation 2 cases always had that memory card thing, kind of like your traditional one, where there's the memory card in there, and that one doesn't have it. So I never seen these types of cases before, so that's pretty interesting. And then lastly, I picked up Namco Museum for the PS2. There's that. These are all... Are these all complete? I'm too lazy. Maybe. Who knows? And then lastly, I stopped at a Video Game Heaven. I actually found it by accident. I think I mentioned that earlier. But I was going to go back to the one I went to originally, which is like 20 minutes out of the way. But this one I found closer. It was like 6 minutes. I was like, well, might as well go there. And I don't know. It's kind of a mistake. Because I expect, like, it's the same store. Like, you get the same result. Like, oh, yeah, it's going to be the same experience. Which really never happens. Because there's some GameStops that are good and some are bad, which I've experienced in the past. So yeah, I guess this is no exception. And I just wasn't thrilled. Like, they didn't have much of a selection. It was very blah. Like, you get in the store and they have glass cases like all the way on the outer perimeter of the store, and that's where all the games are, and they're all locked up. So I'm like getting like a list together on my notepad on my phone. And there's only one guy working there, and he's like just staring off into space. Oh, excuse me. And yeah, like, and I looked at the disc, like, after I got back, some of the discs were like pretty much scratched. I mean, they're playable, but they're scratched. I'm like, seriously, they couldn't like take care of that, like put it in a friggin' resurfacer or something before they put it on the shelf. Like, come on now. Usually you only find, like, scratch games on, like, a thrift store or something. And hell, even I think in my last, my game pickups video, when I went to the thrift store near my house, like, they resurfaced all their games. Like, come on now. Like, it's ridiculous. So, before I get into CDs, I ended up picking up two 5200 games. I got Star Raiders. And then lastly, I picked up Space Invaders, which surprisingly I didn't have either of these games. But I do have Star Raiders. I do have Star Raiders manual, so now that's semi-complete. And on to the games. We got Ninja Gaiden, which doesn't have the manual, which is, I guess isn't a big deal for how cheap it was, but the game's like scratched, which pisses me off. Oh, this one wasn't scratched. So. Wrong game, sorry. So, and I was been catching up on YouTube videos, and I was watching Black and Blue 19. He picked up Prey for the Xbox 360, and well, I always was interested in picking that game up, and just watching this video, I kind of like remind myself, oh yeah, I wanted that game. And he raved about it. He said the game's like excellent, the storyline's great, and the thing that got me into this game originally was a couple months ago. I was at my friend's game store, and Nick ended up giving me the strategy guide for it for free. He's like, here, take the strategy guide. I'm like, well, I don't even have this game, but whatever. And I'm just like flipping through the pages. I'm like, oh wow, this game looks pretty good. I never heard of it. And that was it. I totally forgot to pick it up after that. So, thank you, Eric, for reminding me to pick Prey up. So I picked that up. Got Prey for the Xbox 360. And the game's all scratched up. Let's see. Oh, this one's not scratched up. Son of a bitch, which one is scratched up? God. So then, next I picked up Resident Evil 6, which I hear is god-awful. It's probably just like some zombie adventure game. It's not a horror game. And it doesn't even, I don't even, does this game have an actual manual? Because it just came with this, so I'm not, I know with the newer games, they pretty much did away with the manual. Yeah, this one's a little cleaned up. What the heck is that? Whatever. So there's that. And then lastly, I picked up Halo 4, which I already beat this, but I figured I might as well pick it up to add to the collection. You know, they're all cheap, like $5 for them. So yeah, so that's all I picked up while I was in, I hadn't been out here in Virginia, so tomorrow I leave and head back home. And I'm going to be out here again, probably, I think, in a month or a couple weeks or whatever, trying to finish up testing down here. So yeah, so that's it. I mean, like I said, I'll put a link in the description of, like, places I've been to, which are good places, which places to avoid, and so on and so forth. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and it's MT Shark 7 signing out. Have a good day.